Well, I tell you what, I really hate this, just public speaking in general, but nobody watches my videos, so who cares? Anyway, I have another high strangeness story, and you know, these stories, they are timeless. You can watch these high strangeness anytime. They are not dependent on 5 years ago or anything, because all this stuff happened to me through my life, and it is always relevant. This is always relevant because this knowledge is a forever knowledge. Um, that's all I have to say about that. So even though nobody watches these videos, I really don't care. And if you do, go back watch the other ones because, like as I say, they're timeless. You can always get something out of these videos, these high strangeness videos. Okay, so here's another one of this one: why I do not kill spiders. Now somebody asked me this because I refuse to kill one, and they just, they hate spiders. So this whole story starts back when I was younger. Um, I got a room at my brother's, and my two brothers. I shared a room with them, and I was a kid. And when I was small, they pretty much didn't even give me the time of day. They pushed me out. So I spent in my room. It was a converted attic. My grandfather built it, and just the room, not the house. But anyway, when my brothers moved out, the room became mine, and this is where the story actually starts. Because I started spending a lot of time in that room, and the spiders I started noticing were everywhere. And I was really, I was in high school by the time my brothers moved out, so I was very possessive of this space here, I mean, I just did not want anybody or anything in my space, especially these spiders that I saw everywhere. So of course I started killing them, okay? And this started, I mean, this went on for a month, and after a while, I mean, before the month was up, I started getting bites on my legs. But it wasn't until a month went by that I realized that it was because I was killing the spiders that all of a sudden my legs are getting bit up. And it just made me madder. It made me fight the spiders harder. I went on a warpath. I was killing them. They would be eating my legs up. I mean, I would have 30 to 40 bites on my legs in the morning. I'm not lying. This is for real. This is a war that actually went on. And one day I finally said, I was in my room. I said, you know what? I've had enough. This is it. I'm not going to kill any more spiders. And I made a declaration in my room, okay? And I was a teenager, so of course I went out that night and, did a little partying and stuff. And I came home later, and I'm sitting in my room. Of course, I can't go to sleep right away. So I would put on some music, real low, of course, because I couldn't wake anybody up. Even I was upstairs, but still I could wake people up if I was too loud. So anyway, put on some music, and I'm sitting there, and I look on the wall, over on the wall, and there's a spider. And I was about to just run over there and kill it because that's what I had been doing. And then I realized that earlier that day, I declared the war was over. And I kind of figured this spider was probably a scout. I mean, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, he was probably a scout to see if I was really going to kill them all or not. So, I said, I'm not going to kill him. So I kind of looked away. But when I looked away, of course, you know what happens? You feel the spider crawling on you. So I looked back on the wall, and he's just sitting there. So I'm like, what am I going to do, I finally came up with a bright idea. I was going to push all this to the limit. I went over to the wall and put my finger that close to the wall. I mean, this wasn't a huge spider. And he was faced going the other way than where I put my finger. He was going this way, and I went up and put my finger by the wall here. And I thought to this spider, I thought, I can just smash you. I said, if you want to live, you got to come to my finger. And I held my finger close enough to the wall that the spider could come to my finger. And I just sat there and I kept thinking that for a second. And that spider, believe it or not, he turned around, went doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, reached one of its front legs up and touched my finger. And I was blown away. I'm a high school kid. I'm blown away by this, I'm thinking, I just talked to a spider. Nobody will ever fucking believe this, And then beyond that, the thought came to me, what am I going to do now? you're not killing this intelligent species anymore, and yet you have to live with it. Well, my grandfather that built this room, this attic, into a room, put the attic back farther into where the roof went on more of a slant, and in that slant he had these drawers that he built into the wall, which, you know, I mean, it was encased and all that in the back from the attic, but then, you know, there were drawers that was built into the wall, and I opened the top drawer there, and I just thought to the spider, I just thought, you know, for right now, this is just blowing me away. I can't deal with this. I know you already did what I asked you to, but one more thing. You've got to go in this drawer so I can close this drawer and not see you. You will be fine. You can get out anytime you want. I just have to be able to not see you. And believe it or not, that spider went another 1.5 feet down and jumped into that drawer. I can't believe this. And I closed the drawer and forgot about it. Never have my legs got bit up. And the truce has gone on from high school all the way to this day, where I still don't kill a spider. I still respect the intelligence of the spiders. And I still know that they stick together as a team, like every species does. I mean, really think about it. We're not the smart ones here. Anyway, another version of High Strangeness. I hope more than 2 people watch these, but you know, in the end, it really doesn't matter. I'm really doing this for my grandkids so that when I'm gone here after a while, they'll be able to look and laugh at these funny stories I have to tell, and maybe learn from them, you know. Anyway, thank you.